新一期的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show， 我是子天 Sky。Welcome to SD Talk Show. Hi, Eddie.
How are you today, Miss Sky?
Very good. Today the weather is so sunshine. Very
Excellent
good.
day today. Excellent day today.
Yes. I think your mood should be very good too.
Yes, I'm in a great mood. I'm excited to be here. We're excited to do the Sky interview with you. Yes, it's very exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I say this. I know you love China.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of business in China, great relationships, many friends throughout China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, throughout the whole region, many friends.
Can you introduce yourself use the Mandarin to our audience?
I can do it partially through Mandarin.
Okay.
Eddie Fordman, CEO, USA Import, Houston, Texas, and here in Houston, office in Vietnam, office in China as well. Yes.
I think you can say some Mandarin.
Yes.
你好.
马马虎虎. No, we can say 你好吗? 我很好.
我很好.
谢谢小姐.
Thank you. Very good. So can you talk about why you know so much about China? How many years you've been to there?
Traveling to China about 34 years. Many times, sometimes 3-4 times a year. Taking customers to China that are looking for factories, building the relationships with China, having the good lunch, the good dinner in China, building some great relationships and times.
34 years ago, I think that time China is totally different with right now, right?
It is totally different. You know, I mean, when I went there, right across the border from Kowloon into Shenzhen, Guangdong province, they were just developing.
Yeah.
And now it is high-rise buildings, Walmart high-rise buildings, not like the Walmart you see here in the United States. Totally different, but yes.
So besides the building, the urban style, then what else attractive you go to China so many times?
Just building. I'm in the people business, and I love having the opportunity to understand culture and share culture and helping to work with people and getting projects done, seeing projects start, see projects finished. Taking customers there, the customers don't know what to expect, and once they get there, by the time they leave, they're just totally surprised. Yes.
So may I ask from the beginning, you have to decide, besides go to China to business.
Yes.
So there have some friends like telling you, or you just thinking about, I want to go to Asia to import-export business.
Actually, it was a business decision because from the business decision side, I was buying things domestically and I was not competitive. So I had to find the source. Being an outsourcing company, I had to find the source so that way I could be very competitive on product, shipping, everything to the customer.
Okay.
So that's why.
So you know, at that time you already know, you see Walmart, so many things, merchandise is made in China, right?
Sure, that's correct.
Oh, you're smart.
Walmart is so big, some people say, well, Walmart have buyers in China. Yes, they do. But they're so big, they can't supply all of the U.S. and the demand that the U.S. has. So we are able to fill those niches and voids that they can't fill. We, for example, Mardi Gras, which is in New Orleans. Mardi Gras doesn't mean anything to maybe someone in Minnesota, but to here in Houston and to New Orleans in the South here, it is a big part. So we're able to get that type of business. Yeah, many opportunities in different levels.
So you think America and China, what's the most different?
Basically, people are the same. They're the same. They're the same. Everybody, he says, xie, he says, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, people are the same. And more we can be more inside the people side of the business and look at trying to build the relationships with each other and understand each other, then we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine.
How many cities you went to?
Oh my God, I've been to from Qingdao, Ningbo, Yiwu, Hangzhou, Shanghai, Pudong, Wenzhou, Chaozhou, Santou, Guangzhou, Henan, many different Chengdu, many cities and towns, and the Chou, which means the village.
Yeah.
Many villages travel through small towns, factories, everything to get to what we need to do to get in, build a relationship. They say, you don't have a problem, no problem. Let's go. Let's go. Yes.
I think some Chinese even haven't been to so many cities.
Yes, a lot of people from China have not been to it.
Yeah.
They said, well, look, you've been to more cities than I have. And I'm like, yes, because, my business take me there. And I have to go because we need to get the work done for the customer. The customer want us to be able to get their job done, completed, samples made, everything made, containers, 20-foot, 40-foot, shipped back to them. Yeah.
So can you talk about recently the COVID?
COVID has put the brakes on many things and has really hurt some things and for the business, getting things shipped. The shipping container prices have tripled, doubled, and it has really put a damper on things. And I would be happy if we can just get through that era and be able where everything can come back and be back to normal. Can't go to the great restaurants and enjoy, Yes.
Yeah, China still have some lockdown for now.
Oh, yes, they have lockdowns right now. I have some containers that's in trouble right now.
Oh, okay.
On some shipments that I have to inform my customers the situation, and until that lockdown is lifted, we can't do anything. I mean, when you're moving around in China, you have to have that barcode inside your phone so that way people know where you've been and where you're at. So yes.
So it's like a track.
It's a tracker. It's a tracking device because, China's a big country with 1.3, almost 4 billion people. And, trying to make sure things don't get out of hand, they have to be able to track that. Sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. So I know you also many years experience with Vietnam.
Yes. Many years experience in Vietnam. Watched Vietnam do the same growth pattern right behind China. And Vietnam is a great country. I've got family there. And so, Vietnam is a great country, and I see a lot of potential coming out of Vietnam. I've traveled all over Vietnam. I've done trade shows in Vietnam. I also done speeches for how we do business in the United States. And for some people in China, I've done the same thing. But you have to get permission. It's a process. You just can't go and speak. It's a process.
Yeah.
So that way you have to be able to do things you need, comply. And once everybody comply, everything is okay for everybody. They have to learn how we do business here, as well as I have to learn how much they do their culture of business inside of Vietnam and China. And it's different. It's different. It's two different. Right next to each other, but different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I know you really like Chinese food.
Oh.
So what dishes your favorite?
I like dim sum.
Dim sum.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to have my dim sum. I get to Hong Kong and Kowloon, there's a place called Jade Gardens. I can get my dim sum. Some places in Guangzhou, in the Guangzhou Hotel on the 26th floor, they have this great congee and all the dim sum tray. And the lady, they know me very well because I always go back there. I was going to China 3 times a year.
Wow.
And 3 times a year, sometimes 4 times a year. And I always stop there and they always look at me, make gua.
Yeah,
Make gua. Yeah, so, you know, just building friendships, building relationships, sharing my culture here, and sharing the culture of China and Vietnam. Just building relationships with people. I love people. I'm in the people business more so than a product or a service, but I try to do a good job on both, on products and service, and also the relationship.
Yeah, for my personally, I really appreciate you doing this because, you know, we all in the one earth. We all family, friends, brother, sister. So you are like a bridge to build good.
Well, I try to.
Yeah.
I try to, Sky. Yeah, you know, I try to because I don't want to criticize and be impolite. I just don't see being impolite. I see building a friendship, and I have friends that are in China. When I come back to China, they're happy. They call me, oh, Eddie, you're here. Okay, we're going to go eat. Okay, let's go. And we go and we get seafood or we get something to eat and talk about business and talk about opportunities, share with their families. You know, when people take you in and introduce you to their family, you know, that's saying, I like you a little bit and I want to warm up to you a little bit because most people don't want to bring their family in a bad situation. So they know people where your heart is and how you feel about them, the way you treat them. Yeah, and how you look at things.
Yeah, you are people's people.
I try to be. I try to be, Sky. I think you are too. You know, I think you are too.
Thank you. Very friendly.
Yes, yes. Friendship, to me, we have a saying, I was in the fraternity, friendship is essential to the soul. It means the soul is the person. And as you say, here on Earth, we have one planet.
Yeah.
And we have to take care of this planet.
Yeah.
And if we don't take care of this planet, it may not take care of us.
Yeah.
So we have to take care of this planet, and we do that by bridging friendships. Friendships. Yes.
So 34 years ago, I think on the street in Guangzhou, everybody riding the bicycle.
Many bicycles, many motorcycles.
Yeah, barely see the car.
Barely saw a car at all. Not unless it's with the company, where the company come and pick you up and bring you to their factory. But everybody's on bicycles, going down the street about their business early in the morning, going to work, going to have chai. They're going to have their tea, and so they're going to do all these different things. And same thing in Vietnam. Vietnam had a lot of bikes. Vietnam still have a lot of motorcycles. And but now Vietnam have a lot of cars. As they've gone through the growing pains and the companies have developed, they have come up just as well as China as well. They're just on that track with them coming up.
Yeah, I think from 1990s, the Deng Xiaoping, 改革开放.
Oh, Hada.
Yeah, you know, I talk about this word,
Deng
right?
Xiaoping, yes.
Yeah, because he opened the people come to China or you go out to look at the world and we do business. I think you are the one benefit of this.
By all means, from that Guangdong province, the economic zones inside of there, Deng Xiaoping opened up. You know, I know some of the history of China, and I know the things that he has done and has helped build the different economic zones around China that has created many mass factories, many opportunities, many supplies going around the world. So I understand Deng Xiaoping very well.
Yeah. After that, I think Shenzhen is grow up.
Oh, Shenzhen was just.
Shenzhen is
It was just a small fishing town, fishing village.
Yeah.
And the dirt roads and everything.
Yeah.
And now, because when I first went to Shenzhen, it was just that train going through the center of Shenzhen. We got off at the train station, and then we get the car, and then we have to go on this road out to Bao'an. Now you go to Bao'an, there's Walmart. Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes.
Shenzhen is like New York.
Yes. Oh, Shenzhen is the Shangri-La Hotel and many other fine hotels. Because the little hotel I stayed at was called the Formosa.
Oh.
It was a small hotel on the side of that railroad track. But now all these other 5-star hotels around there and everything around there and all these different sub areas that have developed as well.
Yeah.
Very nice, very pleasant. Many friends are Vietnam. China say Panyu. And then you have Iga Panyu, your good friend.
Yeah.
So I have many Panyu and many Iga Panyu around China, Shandong, Yiwu, Ningbo, Qingdao, up on the lake up in Qingdao, yes, on the sea. Oh, very nice. A lot of good restaurants and great people.
Yeah, I think after 2000 year, China has a lot of people already, I kind of say wealthy. It's already now like before they own the car,
right.
They own their apartments.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, many people, their lives have changed. Their families are doing well.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see the fruits of the labor.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very pleasant to see so many people doing well and come up. People I've known that work with me and work for me do extremely well.
Yeah. I think Chinese people has one thing make people really respect. It's really hard worker.
Oh yes. Oh definitely. I mean
everybody.
Very hard working to develop that business and very hard work. Very hard worker. I mean from Saturdays, Sundays sometimes having to work. But very hard workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also because we have many population, so from when at the school,
right.
we have many competitors.
Right.
Yeah, we have to be,
Many competitors within China. Many competitors inside, yes.
Yes, like students, maybe one province is like here the state.
Right.
For example, one Texas state, maybe only have 500 people can go to Beida, Tsinghua.
Tsinghua, okay.
Yes, very little percentage.
Okay, yeah. Most people, I mean, when I tell people where I have traveled to, they're just surprised and they're like, wow, you've been more places than I have in China. I said, well, yeah, my work take me there and then the factories end up taking me there. And I remember when I first going into China, I flew into Qinzhou in Henan.
Zhengzhou.
Yes, and outside of Qinzhou, there's a small town called Yuzhou.
Oh.
And it's where the Shaolin Temple is.
Oh, Shaolin.
Yes, it's where the Shaolin Temple is. So the owner of the factory couldn't speak English, and my Chunqua Hama was Yi Din Din. Okay, so speaking very little, and we're driving. He looked at me, and I look at him, and we just started laughing. Then we got over to his factory. His son came. Then other people came. It all worked out. We took care of the business. We all laughed, had a great time. I actually stayed a couple more days because his son was in college, and we were sharing English, talking about stories and how everything was. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
I think you had many good experience with China.
Great experiences. I just learned that, when you're having, China, you have to lunch, even breakfast, and dinner is part of the business.
Yeah.
So you must have that.
Multi.
That you must have. You must have You can't just say, well, look, I'll catch a bite and I'll see you later, like maybe we do here in the States.
Yeah.
Totally different. You can't do that. You have to spend that time with them and talk with them, share some things with them, share the dinner with them or the lunch, and move on. Because, you know, here in the U.S., we may fly to 2-3 different cities in one day. China, very difficult to do because you've got to sit down and have that lunch.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah. So this is what I want to ask. So you had many good experience and you had lunch with people so you can make a more friend, like deep talk.
Sure.
So the past 34 years, there have any challenge for you, like a hard time, you difficult to dealing about your business?
Not really. Not really. You know, as a businessman, I have to be open-minded, and I have to keep my eyes open because changes will always sit in.
Yeah.
On way things are done, way things may have been done 30 years ago may not be done 20 years ago, may not be done 10 years ago, and it's constantly changing. But I haven't had any problem with doing my business there. Okay, the COVID has created a challenge because of the travel.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the travel, the checkpoints, and all those things that you have to deal with. Otherwise, everything worked out fine for me. It was normal. I had to get my customers. They wanted to go to China. I fly them into Hong Kong. We go from Hong Kong, take the metro to Kowloon. From Kowloon to the Hong Kong train station, catch the train, go to China. Come back, get on the plane, pick it up, go to Vietnam or go to Thailand and take care of my business and go back to the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds you really enjoyed. Even facing challenge, you feel like...
You know, if everything is not perfect.
Yeah.
Everything is not perfect. So, you know, when it's not perfect, you can't expect everything things not to happen. Yeah, that's okay. I think when you have little challenges, you have to work inside those challenges, and you have to be open-minded about it. Yeah, it's okay. The business is still good. The business is still good. Yeah, the business is still good.
I heard about you married to an Asian woman for your wife.
Yes, my wife is from Vietnam, and she teach at the university, and we have some beautiful kids, and I have one daughter that's here. I have a son that is coming from Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Okay, two here to go to the university, and then I have my small daughter is with my wife, and eventually they will come on over into Houston.
Oh, okay.
So we're just, I still have the business inside Vietnam, and so I have to go back and forth and things of that nature. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you grew up in Houston.
Yeah, Houston is my hometown. Houston's my hometown. I'm a Texan. And
Houstonian.
Yeah, Houstonian, that's correct. I'm a Houstonian, love Houston, like to see Asia and Houston have more of a connection, okay? And Bel Air has prospered from it, and it's nice to see how the business has developed and how it's grown. Yes, I'm Houston.
I know you do import-export business.
That's correct.
So what product?
My products are from furniture.
Okay.
I handle gloves, like Playtex gloves, working gloves. And I also handle that we sell to the hardware stores, the import 40-foot, 20-foot containers and the furniture, mainly from Vietnam. Vietnam is a good furniture company, has a low tax rate coming into the U.S. Yeah, the taxes is cheap coming into the United States, and have some great factories there, and they have developed. Christmas decorations is my main business per se. I do a lot out of China in Christmas decoration, the wreaths, the trees, lights, all of those things. And I do the service side of the business. I provide what you call a service, people that want to just want me to do all the work for them on the inside, and they can handle all the product and stuff that they need. I just take care of the service side. Just find it. I find the factory. Here it is. Okay. They pay me a fee. I just do it. Yes. Yes.
So the price is very compatible if you do from China, like comparison in American local.
Oh yes, China is. We're in a relationship with China. You know, although we have it's two big guys on the world stage, but we have a interlocked relationship. We're locked at the hip, as they say. But many products come in here from China. Some people say, well, is the product quality the product? Yeah, you have great factories in China. You have great factories in China, Hong Kong, throughout the region inside of there, Vietnam, the same thing. Yeah, great.
I think after today's show, many audience want to go to China, take a look.
Yeah, not a problem. We take people to China, just they want to go, and some people want to buy and get clothes made in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know the Indian tailors that's in Hong Kong. I have relationships with those guys, and they get their tailored suits made. We go into China, we take care of our business, we visit the different factories, we take everything, come back into Hong Kong, pick up the suits, and fly back to the U.S. Yes.
I think maybe future we can do a group like business, small business owner, follow
definitely.
ID, go to China
Yes.
to take a look our manufacturing.
I think for the business side, we need to have a delegation that we can take of business people that are looking for many products and that would like to go into China and see it for themselves firsthand and be able to take them there. But we find all those factories first before we go there.
Yeah.
We do all the detail work, getting it all lined up so we make it worth the customer's time. And at the same time,
mission.
yes, for the relationship, we go in and have a good time. We eat some great Chinese food. We meet some great Chinese people. They can learn new Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
They can learn new Tai Chi while they're there relaxing, getting the stress. Because sometimes in the U.S. it can be very stressful.
Yeah.
And when you go into China or even in Vietnam, it's like take the pressure off you and learn other culture a little bit, and you're like, wow, I didn't realize it was like that. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, they have a joking say, if you have mental problem, you depressing, you need a daughter, okay, please go to China. You live in there 2 weeks, everything
is gone.
Yeah.
Totally, wow. Get back on the plane, go to sleep, sleeping like a baby all the way back to the United States. It's a depression. You can get you can get all the pressure off you. You can depress.
Yeah.
Yes, China's great. China's great. I have nothing but great things to say about it. You know, I have nothing but great things to say about it, and I'd like to see people spend more time focusing on the happy. The happy. You know, there's enough things out there that make you sad, so you need to worry about just trying to be more of a people person. And you know, I understand you, you understand me, we understand each other. Okay. It's okay. The life is good.
Yeah. You can be a tour guide.
Some people call me a tour guide because my business is like, some people say, well, you seem more like a tour guide. I said, well, yes and then no, because when I have to do the QC quality control work inside those factories, or I have to have some people that work for me in China do the quality control check, it's different. Because that has to come right. And if their products get to them and it's not right, it's a problem. So, you know, I have to make sure everything is done right, so the happiness can go away if I don't do everything correct. So I just try to make sure with doing everything I can to make sure that they're happy. Am I perfect? Sky, I'm not. Can I make a mistake? Yes, I have. But I try to do my best to have the great relationship and build things from there and try to correct the good side in there. Okay?
Thank you so much today, Andy.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure being here with you.
Yeah, I think whatever American or Chinese or ABC today after so our show, they were thinking about, oh, I want to go back to China, look at it again, maybe follow with Eddie.
Well, we can develop a delegation that would like to go. We could help them get their visas, help them get everything done so that it's just, it's like walking down the street. And you can just go in, meet things, know what to expect, know what's going to be there, know how we're going to do, know who you're going to meet, go in, come back. If you just want to go just for the tour side, okay? Because there are tour guides inside of Asia that we can sit down and cooperate with to help them be able, so they can see. You know, out of all these years, I've never been to the Great Wall.
Oh, next time.
Chum Chum. I've never been to Chum Chum. Never been. Yes.
And thank you for bringing Chinese culture to America. Also, thank you for bringing American culture to China.
Thank you so much, Sky.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I thank everyone, and I thank everyone out there.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we see you soon in our show.
Thank you so much. Okay.
And next time we can talk more, not just mama hu hu.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Mandarin.
Okay, we can go a little deeper if we have to, okay?
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Sky.
这就是今天的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show. I see you next week.